Okay, if you're following along from our last video, you're here with us. You have a menu section and you have your page up that you've been working on. What I did off camera is went ahead and added two additional pages, the services page and the about page, to the back end of our website. In this video, I'm going to go ahead and break down some of the things that you can do specifically with the WordPress menu. It's useful to know how to do this because navigation is really what allows your users to find the information that they need quickly. So let's get started. First things you can do is over here, this is the menu we just created. We added it and put it up here in the last video. What we can do is we can actually move these blocks around however we want them. So for an example, you see I got the home page up there now, and then I got the sample page. But what I'm going to do is I want it to go home page, and then I want to go back up home, and then I want it to go sample page. So I'm going to save my menu after doing that, refresh my page, and you'll see home, backup, sample page. Now, I don't want backup home in my primary navigation. I want to tuck that underneath home here. So that's easy to do. I just go down here, drag this a bit to the right. It'll click into place, save menu, refresh, and you'll see that our home now has a little drop down arrow next to it, and there's our backup home. So that's how you do that. Let's leave that under there and go ahead and add the two pages that I created off camera. We can do that by clicking within the boxes, services page and about page, within that tab. Instead of using most recent, you can just click on view all to see your pages or search for a specific page if you have a lot to go through. But we'll go back to most recent, click on services, click on about page, and hit add to menu. You'll notice it adds the pages to the menu to the right. Just as you could with the pages previously, you can move them around to best suit however you're going with the look and feel of your website. For us, this is fine. I do want to go ahead and get rid of the sample page though, because it doesn't make a lot of sense and we really don't need it anymore. So I'm going to hit that drop down and click remove to do just that. I'll save my menu again and then refresh my page to see the changes. And there you go. We see home with the drop down to backup home, the individual services page, which we can click on, and the about page, which we can click on. So that's great. Next, I'm going to show you how to add a link up here into the navigation when you don't have a page. So what I mean by that is let's just click on this to go back here. We'll go back to our home page. Let's say I haven't created a page yet, but I know I'm going to need it. So I can't add it to the menu because it's not in my pages over here. But I can do this. If I go down to custom links, I can create my own link text and URL for the navigation item. So basically I could say, Google, or better yet, go to Google. And the URL is, of course, google.com. I click add the menu and it adds it to my menu. So I'm going to save that menu. I'm going to refresh the page. And you notice our link shows up now. And if we were to click on it, as you may have guessed it, we go to Google. Alright, we're going to go back. So that's cool. Now, the last thing I want to show you here is how to create your own menu. To do that, there's a link right here. Just click it. Create a new menu. First thing it asks for is a menu name. So you might be asking yourself, why is this useful? Let's use a restaurant, for example, a seasonal restaurant. During the summertime, they have their own list of menus that they offer to people, and then during the wintertime or off-season, they have a whole completely different set of menus that they offer to people. It would be kind of tedious to constantly update the website throughout those seasons and go to each link and change each menu, say if this said menu and then it said summer menu, change everything in there one by one. It would probably be easier just to make a completely new menu that we can just manage and use as our primary navigation whenever we need it. So let's go ahead and see if we can build, let's say, a summer menu. So we'll call this summer menu. And then we're going to click create menu. Cool, so now we've got our summer menu. Now, our summer menu won't show until we actually select it using manage locations over here. So what I mean is, even though we just did that, if I was to refresh our page, you're not going to see any difference. In order to see our new menu, I would go into manage locations, click this drop down, and then click on summer menu. We're not going to do that now because our summer menu is empty. So let's go back to it and add a few things so that it's not so empty. What we want to do is use the custom links option to add some would-be pages. What I'm going to add first is menu. Here's a tip: if you use the pound, it'll make it a link, but it won't actually go anywhere. So I've made link text called menu. I've put my URL as pound, which makes it clickable, but it won't really go anywhere. So I'm going to click add to menu. So now my first item for my new summer menu is menu. Underneath this, I'm going to put 1 or 2 summertime menus. So let's do this again. URL pound, again, because we don't have a page for this yet. Link text is summer menu 1. We're going to go ahead and add to menus. Let's add another summer menu. Our link is pound. Our link text is summer menu 2. Add to menu. So now we've got 2 summer menus. If we were to save menu now, and then head over to our manage locations, from there click the drop down and click summer menu, and then click save changes, we would see our new menu. Well, here's the thing, and menu and menu, I'm sorry, you know what, that could get a little confusing. Our new navigation menu we see up here. Ideally, this doesn't look great, it's not very user friendly. What we should do is put summer menu and summer menu 2 under menu. So let's do that now. Head back to menus. Make sure you're in your summer menu. Drag this out just a bit. Drag this out just a bit. Go ahead and click save menu. We're going to refresh our page now. And as you can see, we have menu, menu 1, menu 2. And just to show you, if I was to click on this, I'm clicking on them, it doesn't actually take me anywhere. Ideally, you would want these to be pages, and you would add these as pages to your menu as I showed you previously. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and change the name of my custom link here, just to make this a bit clearer. So our summertime menu, let's save that, refresh it, cool. And then we're going to go ahead and create another menu because repetitiveness is great for learning. And this menu name is going to be wintertime menu. Create our menu, add our custom links. I'm doing this a little quicker because you can probably do it now. See what I did? I added it last this time. Just trying to confuse everybody out there. Alright, so there. Whoa, being a little bouncy. Okay, just like that, and like that. Now we're going to save our menu. Now remember, this isn't going to change yet because we didn't go to manage locations and reassign our new menu. So we just got to make sure that is summertime menu. Okay, we're good. Now let's go to manage locations. Let's select our wintertime menu. Save changes, refresh, and now we've got our wintertime menu. So imagine, you know, if you do own a restaurant and you've got these multiple menus, beverage menus with, you know, happy hour menus, it does get tedious and time consuming. So this is a good method to sort of get around that. All right, so head back to our menus, and what I'm going to do is we're going to keep things as wintertime, and I'm going to go ahead and add 2 or 3 of the basic pages back. So our home page, our about page, and our services page. Let's make our home page first, services page second, menu and our about page last. Let's save it. Take a look now. All right, and that's coming along. And you noticed it, moved a little bit, it bounced there because again, it's responsive. So the menu will change. It's actually a good point to bring up how the menu will change completely if it's sort of a iPad or a phone size to be this sort of hamburger. That's what they call a hamburger type menu. But hopefully that gives you a better idea of how menus work, and we're going to jump a little bit deeper into something else in the next video, so stick around.